Yeah, sorry. When you get any kind of unluckiness or anything, no. I basically reject the concept. There is no such thing as bad luck. You know what I mean? That's not a thing, really. That's just another opportunity to have faith. And, Jesus can summon 5,000 loaves of bread, right? You'll have plenty of bread. So, let's move on. So the next subheading, this is all about, oh my gosh, this is a crazy one. So this is about Peter declaring that Jesus is the Messiah. I think a lot of people know this one, very famous. I know Roman Catholics love to cite this verse, and they're like, yep, it's right there. The Pope is like the king of all Christians. And, yeah, anyways, so here's what it says, right? So Jesus asks his disciples, who are the people saying that I am? And they're replying, some people say that you're John the Baptist. Some people say that you're Elijah. Some people say that you're Jeremiah or one of the other prophets. And then Jesus asks them, but who do you say I am? Simon Peter answered, you are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. Jesus replied, you are blessed, Simon, son of John. Also translated, Simon Bar-Jonah. You are blessed, Simon Bar-Jonah, because my Father in heaven has revealed this to you. You did not learn this from any human being. And so now I say that you are Peter, which means rock. And upon this rock I will build my church, and all the powers of hell will not conquer it. And I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you forbid on earth will be forbidden in heaven, and whatever you permit on earth will be permitted in heaven. Then he sternly warned the disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Okay, so there's just so much to unpack there. It's only like 5 or 6 verses. Okay, first thing I want to get into, this might be a little schizo, but remember, just a couple verses ago, Jesus tells the Pharisees and the Sadducees who are demanding to see a miraculous sign, that the only sign he will give them is the sign of Jonah. And then, when Simon finally says that, when Simon finally surrenders to and begins to trust this inner voice of private revelation within his heart, and he just has faith in like what he believes, not what other people have told him, not something that he learned in a school, not something that he read in a book, something that like has a more divine source, right? As soon as Simon Bar-Jonah surrenders to that, that's when Jesus says, like, my Father in heaven has revealed this to you. So, like, Simon has this tether to heaven. He's connected to heaven. Like, the Father, the Heavenly Father in heaven, who's poured out his Spirit on Jesus, is now with that same Spirit. He's beginning to be able to communicate with Peter, and it's like that's what makes him Peter. And so I've personally interpreted this recently that like it's basically that state of spiritual transformation where you're willing to like trust God's private revelation to you and believe that that's the truth, even though it might go against any tradition that you've been taught about. That's what makes anybody Peter. Not just this one man, but he was the first, but not that he would be the only one ever. So again, it's another issue where I feel like, aren't all Christians just like saints, and all Christians are apostles, and all Christians are priests? And I also feel like all Christians are Peter. Every Christian is a Peter. Like, if you believe in Jesus and you believe in God, and like the Father in heaven, he like speaks to you, and you really trust that, you're Peter. Hold on one sec.